Tyson Fury just attacked Jake Paul after he canceled his much-anticipated fight with Mike Tyson. Yes, Tyson Fury, the brother of Tommy Fury, who gave Jake a run for his money in the ring. Tyson saw something back then during Jake's fight with Tommy, something so shady he kept it under wraps. But now, almost a year later, Jake's up to his old tricks again, and Tyson's had enough. He's blowing the lid off Jake's dirty tactics, exposing the nonsense Jake's been pulling. Jake's got nowhere to hide now, probably crying in a corner somewhere. And just think about it, why would Tyson Fury have to expose or attack Jake when his brother Tommy Fury already handed this problem child a loss? You'd think there'd be no rivalry, right? Well, it's exactly like that. Tyson's got no personal beef here, he's just trying to preserve the sport's legacy and unmask a manipulator. Remember that epic clash between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury?
My official response to Tyson Fury. He just said that if his little brother Timmy Fury loses to me, that he will make him quit boxing and he's going to have to change his last name. He will no longer allowed to be a Fury.
His name's Fury. If he can't beat Jake Paul, I'll have to change his name. How about that?
Their bout, set for December 18, 2021 in Tampa, Florida, was hyped as one of the most electrifying fights in recent boxing history. The build-up was intense, with fiery social media exchanges and press conferences that felt more like battlegrounds than media events. Jake Paul, the YouTube star turned boxer with his loud, brash persona, clashed perfectly with Tommy Fury, the younger brother of heavyweight champ Tyson Fury, representing the proud Fury boxing tradition. It wasn't just about personal pride, it was a showdown between two wildly different worlds. Tommy, rocking a 7-0 record at the time, trained and mentored by Tyson himself, who wasn't just a brother in the stands, but a crucial part of Tommy's prep. Tyson poured everything into it, seeing it as a chance to defend the Fury name against Jake's spectacle-driven antics.
Look, when you talk a lot, you got to back it up. And Tommy and Jake have both talked a lot, so they need to deliver now, don't they? Give it a good fight.
But then the fight didn't happen at that time. Tommy had to pull out due to a rib injury and a bacterial chest infection. The last-minute cancellation only poured fuel on the fire. Critics accused Jake of dodging a real challenge, and fans speculated whether Tommy's injury was just a convenient excuse. Jake ended up fighting Tyron Woodley in a rematch instead, which didn't quite satisfy the fans' craving for a Fury-Paul showdown. But fast forward to February 26, 2023, this long-awaited showdown finally took place. This time, the stage was set in Diriyah, Saudi Arabia, a venue known for hosting high-profile sporting events. The atmosphere was electric, with fans from all over the world tuning in to watch the spectacle. The fight was an 8-round cruiserweight bout that lived up to the hype. Tommy Fury, with his family's legacy on his shoulders, fought with precision and determination. Jake Paul, despite the swirling allegations and controversies, put on a tough front. In the end, Tommy Fury emerged victorious with a split decision, much to the delight of his supporters and the boxing purists who had doubted Jake Paul's legitimacy in the sport.
Some badass, slick-ass, Sugar Ray Leonard boxers, are they? They're just two novices.
Amid all the action, darker whispers continued to circulate about Jake Paul's alleged steroid use. Insiders suggested that Jake's rapid physical transformation and his performance in the ring might not be entirely natural. Tyson Fury, never one to shy away from controversy, hinted at these allegations. During an interview, Tyson mentioned how Jake's physique and endurance seemed suspiciously enhanced, subtly stoking the flames of doubt among boxing fans and pundits. While no concrete evidence surfaced, the rumors added a layer of intrigue and skepticism to the already heated atmosphere. Jake Paul's reputation as a master manipulator in the boxing world further complicated matters. Known for his psychological games and strategic provocations, Jake was adept at getting under his opponent's skin. Before the fight, Jake pulled various stunts to unsettle Tommy, including taunting him on social media and questioning his boxing skills. He even went as far as to bring in John Fury, Tommy's father, into the verbal sparring, making the build-up a family affair. After the fight, Tyson Fury continued his verbal assault on Jake. Tyson was vocal about how he believed Jake Paul wasn't interested in a fair fight. He alleged that Jake had tried to manipulate the system to his advantage. There were even claims that Jake had attempted to influence referees and officials to sway outcomes in his favor, not just in the canceled fight with Tommy, but in previous bouts as well.
what Jake Paul's made of, because when Tommy hits me with hard punches with big gloves on, then it hurts me. So I know he ain't as tough as me or as big as me. So
one particularly damning accusation from Tyson was that Jake Paul had tried to bribe the referee during his fight with Tommy Fury. According to sources close to the Fury camp, there were attempts to sway the officiating to ensure Jake's victory. While these claims were never proven, they painted Jake Paul as someone willing to go to any lengths to win, including bending the rules and leveraging his financial power to manipulate outcomes. Jake Paul's antics weren't limited to just Tommy Fury. His fight with Tyron Woodley had its own share of controversies. Jake was accused of inserting clauses into fight contracts that limited his opponent's actions, effectively handicapping them to ensure his victory. These tactics earned Jake a reputation as a cunning strategist who prioritized winning over the integrity of the sport. And that's why Tyson Fury's long-standing disdain for Jake Paul is legendary. This beef has a rich history full of public warnings, social media spats, and personal digs. The Gypsy King, as Tyson is known, has never been shy about sharing his thoughts on Jake's antics in the boxing world. Mike Tyson's reaction to the cancellation was explosive. Known for his fiery temper, Tyson didn't hold back. He took to Twitter saying, "Unbelievable. Jake Paul cancels at the last minute. Fans deserved better. This isn't how a real fighter behaves." His tweet went viral, with over 200,000 likes and thousands of comments from fans who shared his frustration. In an interview with TMZ, Tyson elaborated, "I've been in this sport for decades and I've never seen anything like this. It's disrespectful to the fans, the fighters, and everyone involved. Jake needs to learn that boxing isn't a game, it's a serious sport with real consequences." Tyson's words resonated with many in the boxing community who felt Jake's actions were a slap in the face to the sport's integrity. Tyson didn't stop there. He posted a video on Instagram addressing Jake directly, saying, "Jake, you owe everyone an explanation. This isn't how professionals conduct themselves. You've got a lot to answer for." Fans were equally furious. Social media was flooded with posts expressing anger and disappointment. Hashtags like "Just Jake Paul scam" and "Mike Tyson deserves better" started trending on Twitter. One fan tweeted, "We waited for months, spent money on tickets and merch, and now it's all for nothing. Jake Paul is a joke." And do you know what Jake Paul is up to now? He's trying to cover up his foolishness by fighting Mike Perry. And of course, the hype is back on top.
Folks, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida, July 20th.
But fighting Mike Perry, who's not even a professional boxer, but just an MMA guy. There's a reason behind it that Tyson Fury exposed, and trust me, it's what no one expected. In an interview with The Sun, Tyson spilled the tea that Jake Paul's camp tried to influence the referee's decisions to favor Jake. Despite the failed bribery attempt, the incident showed how desperate Jake Paul was to control the outcomes of his fights. The referee's refusal only made Jake more determined to manipulate future bouts. Insiders suggested that this rejection was a significant blow to Jake's strategy, pushing him to explore other ways to keep his winning streak alive. Tyson Fury, always the vigilant watchdog, came forward with more damning accusations. He claimed that Jake had deliberately canceled the fight with Mike Tyson to set up an easier, more manipulatable fight with MMA fighter Mike Perry. On July 1st, Tyson Fury told ESPN that Jake Paul's camp had figured out that Mike Tyson's fight officials were too reputable and incorruptible. Fearing a fair fight with no room for tricks, Jake's team allegedly plotted to arrange a match with Mike Perry instead, believing they could sway the referees and ensure a win. This accusation was backed by leaked communications between Jake's camp and potential referees for the Perry fight, hinting at bribes in exchange for biased officiating. Inside sources added more credibility to Tyson's claims. One insider, speaking anonymously to The Athletic, revealed that Jake's team had a history of trying to buy fight outcomes with financial incentives. "This isn't the first time Jake's people have tried to buy a fight. It's an open secret in the industry," the source claimed. They detailed how Jake's camp targeted referees who were either financially vulnerable or had connections to Jake's promotional network, making them more likely to accept bribes. Now you know the real reason behind this cancellation. Honestly, did you ever imagine it could be this shady? Throw your comments below and let's hear what you think.